This is One on One. We are pleased to welcome Marc de Grandpre. He is a general manager at the New York Red Bulls, and Ray Kerins, senior vice president at Bayer Corporation. Good to have you guys.
Thanks for having us.
Now, you guys have an interesting partnership. 5-year partnership into the second year. Describe it, Ray.
Yeah, so Marc and I got together about a year ago and said, you guys are doing some incredible work on a community-based level. Well, Bayer's doing some great things as well. And we thought to ourselves, let's sit down and talk and figure out as a way for us to work together to actually do even better things for the community. And so, ergo, comes a partnership that is now together for the next 5 years, and I couldn't be happier.
Doing what kinds of things?
Oh, we're excited. We're going to be in the community annually, making sure we spread our message into the community, help the community grow. The essence of the partnership is not slapping logos anywhere. It's really the betterment of our local community. We both have our headquarters here in New Jersey. We want to make sure that we help enhance and better the community where we are every day and our employees are every day, and we want to make sure that we become part of that community, and with Bayer we've done that.
I don't want to assume anything. People know of both brands, but I want to make sure people know a little bit more. Describe the Red Bulls, and then I'll give you a chance to talk about Bayer.
So the Red Bulls have been in Major League Soccer for 20 years. Red Bull, the company, acquired a team in 2006, the Metro Stars, then converted them to the New York Red Bulls. We have our own soccer-specific stadium in Harrison, New Jersey. We've done fairly well over the last 2 seasons. We've won the Supporter Shield, best regular season record. And the team is progressing. Our attendance is growing every day, every year. Last year we set a record for average attendance for the club. Our business is booming, and we've got a reach in about 146 communities in the metro area, and I think that's where Bayer comes in.
Talk about the Bayer operation.
So these guys finished first place last year in the season, which was very happy for us in the first year signing our deal.
That's a good thing.
I thank Marc very much for doing that.
There?
Well, you know what? Two winning brands come together, you
okay.
go come in first place. So,
describe Bayer and your operation.
So Bayer, you may know us as the aspirin company. We're a 150-year-old science company, though. We've got a large pharmaceutical division, a large agricultural division. We also have animal health. And frankly, when you look at the health consumer side of what we do, beyond aspirin, we own Flintstones Vitamins, Aleve, Coppertone, Dr. Scholl's. There's a lot of great products, a lot of great brands. 3,000 strong here in the state of New Jersey. We have our headquarters, $250 million investment out in Whippany, New Jersey, 800,000 square feet. We're a company based on science, and we want to utilize science, okay, to help solve some of the greatest challenges that are facing mankind today. And
let's talk about the interesting other piece to this our producers were just talking about this before we got on the air. One of the interesting parts of this is that your company is very engaged and interested in promoting science among young people, K through 12.
Yes.
Talk about that.
So STEM is a challenge in America.
Science, technology, engineering,
math. You guys. So the problem is this. I can look at you right now and tell you we've got over 100 jobs throughout America that we can't fill because we don't have enough people with the background of science, technology, engineering, and math to fill it. What we found in America as a whole, and we do a survey every year for the last 20 years, we have found there's a challenge. There's a challenge because kids are no longer excited about science. So what we have done for the last 20 years is a program called Making Science Make Sense. We go directly into the schools. The people who teach the classes are Bayer employees. Of the 16,000 employees in the United States, we arm them with the tools to go into the schools and get kids excited. We've got an ambassador who is the first African-American woman in space. 20 years she's with us now for this program. And the whole challenge for us is, how do you help kids get excited about the idea of science and math? Give them hands-on experiences. Once they actually get to touch and feel it, they get really excited. And so you take that program and you say, well, in our community, there's no greater organization than the Red Bulls when it comes to touching kids.
Give me the hook.
We touch about 146 communities. We have a Red Bull training development program where we help kids learn the game of soccer. So we have partnerships with those communities. We touch 40,000 kids and their families, and we think there's a hook there, right? For Bayer, our kids.
We're looking at a lot of video right now as you speak. Keep talking.
Absolutely. So we connect those kids. We can introduce them to Bayer, the brand, and what the brand does in the marketplace, and help them grow the interest in science and soccer. Because ultimately our goal is to develop not only soccer players, but good individuals, good citizens that go on to become productive in their local communities. And we think with Bayer we can do that.
See, when you look at the World Cup soccer ball last year, that ball was made with Bayer material. We had a division.
Is that right?
Yes, that's 100% right. That ball was made with Bayer material. Now, we've since spun that division off, but it goes down to the science. Look at soccer. Angles. Think about how when you kick a ball, an action versus reaction. I mean, there's a lot of opportunity to teach kids. And we think this is where one of those areas goes, because obviously soccer is growing with great importance here in the United States. Kids love soccer. Parents are loving soccer. And so put this together, we think there's a winning combination here.
There's another part of this. We're about to show some video, I believe. Both organizations came together to honor our veterans. Talk about it.
Every year, as I said, on September 11th, we honor our veterans. Last year, Bayer jumped in and helped us support that, and we've continued that process over the years, and we think it's important. Again, veterans are part of our community. They're working in our community, and we want to make sure we provide them opportunities to be recognized for what they've done. And last year, Bayer did a tremendous job of supporting our match and really engaging the veteran community.
You know, it's so interesting. We were talking a little bit earlier on our team about a day of service. You know, we do a series called Making a Difference with our production company, trying to identify organizations and individuals who make a difference in the community. You give your employees 3 days, you said?
3 days a year to volunteer in the community.
We did about 365 community appearances last year with our staff and players.
What's the whole, and without getting into a lot of detail, but to help us understand this, do you feel there's a basic responsibility of corporations, sports teams, corporations like yours, to create a culture and an environment where days of service, giving back, making a difference is literally part of, not something nice to do, but it is what we will do?
It is for us, it's in our DNA.
Who we are.
Who we are is part of our culture. We want you to take those days. We want you to go into the community. Now, in many respects, we'll set up certain things, again, like with the Red Bulls, and Marc and I this past season, we're in a conservatory park in Newark, New Jersey. It was 110 degrees. We're sweating. We're lifting these plant boxes and wheelbarrows, and
Day of service.
We got dirty, man.
Yeah.
We got dirty that day. But it is part of the DNA of giving back to society. I mean, you want that as part of your culture, but you have to foster it. So giving opportunities like the Red Bulls, or frankly saying, if someone says, well, my kid's got this thing going on at their school, we're going to build a playground, can I go do it? Yes, you can.
In this spirit, real quick, before I let you out of here, we're doing a series, Lessons in Leadership. You've seen all kinds of things on the sports end, sports business end as well. Number one leadership lesson you've learned is?
You've got to be honest and trustworthy. Every day you've got to be honest, transparent, and trustworthy. It's what's going to be the key to success when you become a leader.
Number one leadership lesson you learned, not just about corporate life, but about the nature of other people and how giving they are or aren't.
I think the lesson I've learned pretty early on was engagement. Engage your people around you. Engage those people who maybe don't necessarily agree with what you have to say. You can stand before them and actually have a direct conversation that is based on respect and trust. I do think at the end of the day, people will give you that trust that you're looking for, whether you're a corporation or whether you're an individual. Engage, have the dialogue, have the conversation. Don't let lawyers run the conversation.
That part, we're going to remember that, especially. Don't let lawyers run the conversation. Marc and Ray, I want to thank you so much. You have a great partnership between Bayer and the Red Bulls, and check out the Red Bulls over in Harrison.
That's right.
Great job. 1-on-2 this time. Thank you.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the CAUCUS Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by Partners for Health Foundation, Berkeley College, Josh S. Weston, Meridian Health, PSE&G, Health Republic Insurance of New Jersey, and by COHN LEZNICK, transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.